Hello everyone, xHedra here bringing you episode 24 of Skybees 2 in Modpack by Valdan. Well, in the last episode, we got a lot of those mechanism machines out of the way. Oh, that's the offer mode. And we then went into a time lapse where I just continued working on all of these centrifuges. So technically, I have two of my levels fully getting processed. And I have such a backlog that I think, no joke, that even once I'm going to have enough centrifuge for all of my B complex, you know the one that I have downstairs, the 4? I'm still going to need to use them just as overflow processing, just so that we have a chance of like just finishing on time. It's like, it's honestly, it's kind of crazy. Okay, so first thing off, comment from E24 about the jetpack. I think it's time. Let's go in option. Let's go in control and let's go and look at jetpack. Decrement throttle. Okay, so categories, iron jetpack. So yeah, there is an increased throttle and a decrement throttle. Okay, I don't know how that's going to go, but let's try. If I go, let's say to increase the throttle 0 and to decrease the throttle 9. Okay, then I'm going to search for the key 9 because the key 9 should be used for the hotbar. I'm just going to remove that. And trails, I don't know what that is. So let's just do that. So if I go like this and I go 8, do you see? Okay, so it's not easy to see. Let me put somewhere where you can look. Do you see on the left, completely on the left, there's a red bar and it says 30 million FE, throttle 100%. So if I go down, throttle set to 100%, 80, 60, 40, 20. So at 20, let's remove the hover. So that's at 20%. So 20%, not so fast. 40%, 60%. So see, 60% might be okay because this is 80 and this is 100. So if I go down to 60% and then I put the hover mode on, see, things don't move quite as fast. So I have a chance of having more control. So in my time lapse, when I was moving that cable, I was moving from left to right so fast, but all I needed was to lower the throttle to have more control. And then I can put it back up if I want to go really fast. So in my time lapse, I moved this whole cable over here and I went over here and I put an interface only for creating still casing for now. Let me take off hover mode because it's a bit annoying when you're trying to do stuff. So basically it brings a machine frame here, puts it in there. Right here, it pulls only once it's a steel casing, puts it in there. And in there we have an importer. So that's automated. I keep here one of each type of slate so that I can change the router to automate them. And what I ended up doing is I'm pulling blood from this altar and I'm bringing it to this tier 2 altar on the side. And the reason I'm doing that is that when I finally looked at it, and I looked at my divination sigil, see, now I'm down to 407,000. I was down to not even 100,000. So there was a risk of me having my ritual run out, which means no more blood essence. So right now, this is really not fast enough, and I'm probably going to upgrade this altar to a tier 3 just so that I'm able to add more rune of dislocation, because this is staying full all time. The problem is I'm not transferring enough to that second altar. Like if I come here and I do this, see, there's never anything showed in it, and when it does, it's like 16 or it's just not transferring fast enough. The problem is I don't even know if the displacement rune are supposed to be in the corner. You know what? Let me check that. That might be one of the mistake that I'm making. Where's my sanguine scientist something? So blood altar. let's just go blood altar next. Okay, sorry. So in the right place. So the dislocation rune are in the right place. And if I come back here and I look at the blood rune, the displacement rune, sorry, not dislocation, they augment the flow rate of life essence into and out of the altar when pumping to and from an arcane tank. It doesn't say by how much. Well, that's a bit disappointing. But anyway, if I had a third level, then I could add a lot more displacement rune, just like I did on this altar. But anyway, right now, it seems to be going down, but very slowly. So it's not something that I have to be concerned about right immediately. In my time lapse, I also created more apiaries, and now tier 4, tier 4, I think they're all tier 4, and I have a spare tier 4 for next time. Tier 4, tier 4. I don't, well, I'm going to check. Tier 4, tier 4. Let's go look at the last two. Tier 4, tier 4. Let's go here. Tier 4, tier 4. So unless I need to make a new bee house, I'm kind of done with crafting apiaries. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to put these things away. For the centrifuge, I am so not done. And if I come right here and look at centrifuges, what I like doing is I come over here. I think I can start 72. Start. Yeah. So I'm going to start 72. 72 is twice 36. So basically, what I do is once I get to the point where they're all in here in the last processing, I cancel the order and it still finishes it. I just need to make sure that everything else is done. See, I have so much ultimate enriching to do. That's to make the netherite blocks that we require, but we're almost done. No, we're not almost done. This is not filling as fast. That's not a problem. It's filling fast enough to keep on, but it continues pushing. If we go downstairs, see, once all of the casing are crafted, the basic casing, and we're just at the step where we're doing the Elite Centrifuge casing. Oh, already 3, 4, what? I guess I missed that when I was looking. Yeah, some are already started. Oh, this is already started, going well, which is perfect because I want to stop when this is like at a when it contains all of the material that it needs. Okay, so today we're going to continue Mekanism, and the next step of Mekanism is going to be the fusion, of course. Whew. Wow, that was a complicated sentence. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is we want to make the mecha suit. To be able to make the mecha suit, we're going, let's just, you know what? Let's just put all parts of the mecha suit right here. Okay, so for the mecha suit, we're going to need HDPE sheet. We're going to need 2 polonium pellet, plus 2 more, that's 4, plus 2 more, that's 6, plus 2 more, that's 8. We're going to need some lithium dust. I think that's not a problem. But so we're going to need those polonium pellets. These polonium pellets requires a pressurized reaction chamber with polonium and water. Okay. And polonium is made in a solar neutron activator with nuclear waste. And nuclear waste is gotten from fissile fuel in a fission reactor, which is going to make steam and nuclear waste. So we're going to need the fissile fuel, of course, which means an isotropic centrifuge. Let's just bookmark that and let's search for fissile fuel because I never remember that recipe and we're just going to work it backward. Okay, so I need the uranium hexafluoride. Okay, the uranium hexafluoride is made in a chemical infuser. Perfect. Is made in a chemical infuser with hydrofluoric acid, like this, in a chemical dissolution chamber. And this is made with sulfuric acid. And, oh, we already have the chemical infuser, so you can't put the same thing twice. With sulfur trioxide, which requires oxygen from an electrolytic separator. So we're going to need an electrolytic separator right here. And if I go back to trioxide, we're going to need sulfur dioxide, which is going to be made. I don't want to make it from the... Oh, it's 100 millibucket in a chemical. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Sorry. So chemical oxidizer. Okay, so that's one track. Now, when I come back here, we need the uranium oxide track. So this is chemical oxidizer with yellorium cake, which is uranium ingot in an enrichment chamber. Perfect. If I come here and I search for enrichment, nope. In my bag, I should have an enrichment chamber here. Smelting, fusing, enriching. So that's the enriching factory, but it's an ultimate. So that's way too powerful, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be okay for now, and it's going to stop when it's full. Then we're going to need some uranium. Let's grab a stack of uranium. Okay, so this and this is going to give us uranium, yellow cake, and yellorium uranium oxide. Now for the acid, we're going to need a chemical. So we're going to need some fluorite. Fluorite. Oh, I'm going to have to start processing that ASAP. Okay, so let's just... I'm not going to need all that much to begin with. I'm going to need a ton at some point, but for now, I can just get some started. So I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to take over this one and just go like, nope, and yep, and nope. And just replace these, all of these right here. And are these going somewhere? No, these are blocked. So of course, that's the next thing that I need to resolve. I need to put this in here. Great. And then I need to clear those over here. And then we're going to go sleep quickly because I don't want to be working at night, as you know. We're at the top. Go sleep. And the other thing that I did forget to do, which is super important, is I'm going to need to go far enough away. And unfortunately, that I did not prepare in time. Okay, so we're going to want to go at least 3 stacks away, I think. So let's just come right over here. A cobblestone. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to test our new flight mode. So turn on back hover, and let's lower this to 40, and let's just... Oh, it's still a bit too fast, but see how stable I'm staying? So I'm going to lower it to 20. Still going too fast. Wow. So this way is not so bad. See how stable that is? Ezio Auditore, thank you for the comment. I should really have looked at the throttle before. Like the fact that I'm not... The hover mode on this level of jetpack is amazing, and I'm staying super stable. And the fact that I can go at a speed where I have better control over what's going on, this is just amazing. And you know what? When I stop seeing the base, I'm going to agree that I'm good. I'm good. So now we're going to take off the hover, and we're going to go to max speed. And now we get to come back to our base really fast. Great. So now we're going to come back over here. Oh, another sound that I forgot. So I got into better control with my sound mixer. I figured out a couple of tricks. The problem is that if you mute an application and then you install some updates, that application, I think it kind of like changes ID and it's no longer recognized. So you need to refine the one that you wanted to remove. So that's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. So let's just come over here, grab this, grab that. And we're going to start making some big, nice tile. You know what? For that reactor, we're going to use those. Nope, wrong direction. Go over here. Great. And then we're going to reduce our speed again. And we're going to turn on hover. And then we're also going to do, what is it for chunk? It's F9, I believe. Nope. Oh my God, I always forget. Just 1 second. Let me do one quick search for chunk borders. I always forget what it is. Always, always, always. So Minecraft 0.19 show chunk. It's F3 and G. So F3 and aha, F3G like this. And the reason I want to do this is that I want to start at the next chunk. Yeah, I think it's right here. Let's just come back. Is this red line a chunk? I think so. This. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Great. Now let's come back on top of here. Use the atomic disassembler, remove all of those. And then we can continue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And voila, we've got a perfect chunk. So now let's do F3G to remove that. And let's go look at the map and say claim chunk and claim this chunk. And oh, I already have too many force loaded. Okay, I'm going to have to remove one of the other force loaded because it doesn't really matter. But now we're where we want to start building. So right here, we're going to have to start making the setup. So I'm going to start from this side. I'm going to go Ultimate Enriching Factory. Put that in here. That's going to... Oh, I didn't craft anything else. So just give me a second. We're going to use the Ultimate Universal Cable. And we're going to... Ooh, I think I have a miracle solution. Let's come right over here and do this. And we're going to call this one Fissile Fuel. And we're going to say trunk loading. Hopefully that's going to work. And then we can start putting these ultimate energy cable right here. So this is now making yellorium cake. Now let's go back to max mode. Remove the throttle, the hover. And let's just go back home. Then we're going to need to craft a couple of machines now. Okay, so we want a chemical oxidizer, personal chest. So 1. Really? Okay. I'm going to make 2 chemical oxidizers. So I'm going to make 2 chests and I'm going to make 2 tank. So these basic, I'm going to do 2. Oh, I can't. Okay, so wait. That's the trick I was telling you about. So there's only 12 left. I'm going to cancel this. And it doesn't matter because if... Oh, boy. If I come here, there's still the 12 being processed. So this is going to finish making the 36 that I want. So I'm going to come right here. And these tanks, these basic chemical tank, I'm going to make 10. I'm going to need some in crafting. And I'm going to... need some for interim product everywhere. So now I'm going to say chemical oxidizer. What's this missing part? This is dynamic tank. this. Perfect. Now let's make 2 of those. 1 and 2. And the reason I want 2, if I remember, is that I'm going to want to transform sulfur and transform yellorium cake. Just checking all. Yeah, that's it. So those are the 2. So this is sulfur. Let's grab sulfur. Darn it. Let's go downstairs, and we now need to process sulfur. Steel. So, nope, don't need the steel right now. I need some sulfur. I'm just going to intercept all that steel. And then we're going to grab the sulfur, and we're going to give it a place. So this one's not the same. It's going to need a drawer place. I'm going to put it here for now. That's probably not going to be enough, but for now it's going to be good enough. Bye. And let's go back up here. Get rid of all of these things. And now we should have sulfur. So I'm going to grab a stack of sulfur and a stack of fluorite, because now I have fluorite right here. Okay. So the chemical oxidizer part is done, and I could go set that up, but the trioxide is going to be oxygen and sulfur dioxide. Oh, wait. So sulfur trioxide is a chemical infuser, 2 chemical infuser, 3 chemical infuser. We need 3 chemical infusers. So let's make 1, 2, 3. Where's my other one? Chemical. Three. Okay. I guess I didn't click it. And in between, so the sulfur dioxide, sorry, the uranium oxide, the sulfur trioxide. So hydrofluoric acid is in a chemical dissolution chamber. And I need a chemical dissolution chamber with some logic circuit. 2 of those. Make 10 so that I have some for the next times. I need this. Okay, so this was to make the... Just a second. Okay, so this doesn't go there. This is for the other yellow, the yellorium cake. So right here, I'm going to need sulfur dioxide, and sulfur dioxide is from sulfur in a chemical oxidizer. Sulfur in a chemical oxidizer. Perfect. So that's going to give me sulfur dioxide. Okay, so on this side, I have this with the... Whoa. Oh my god, I'm so messed up. So on one side, I need oxygen. On the other side, I need the sulfur dioxide, which is directly sulfur in a chemical oxidizer. Sulfur in chemical oxidizer. Perfect. Sulfur in chemical goes into a chemical infuser. And that chemical infuser needs oxygen, which comes from an electrolytic. So electrolytic separator. Do I have that somewhere? I don't need... Oh, I don't need you. Don't need you. I don't need you. I didn't put the electrolytic separator. So electrolytic separator right here. I'm going to make 1 of those. So that with water is going to give me the other side that I need for that. So sulfur dioxide and oxygen. So I'm going to put the sulfur dioxide, the oxygen here. So this is the sulfur dioxide. Or the sulfur trioxide. And perfect. And the sulfur trioxide is going to be used with water vapor to make sulfuric acid. So water vapor is with a condensator. So I need a condensator right here. Rotary condensator. So I need an energy tablet. I need a basic fluid tank. I know I have the recipe for all of these. I'm just going to do it like this quickly. Perfect. So that's going to give me the other step. Oh, and then the chemical dissolution chamber is going to take the sulfuric acid, which was made with water vapor and sulfur trioxide. So that goes with, that goes with the fluorite to make hydrofluoric acid. And the hydrofluoric acid is going to make the uranium, something, something. Okay, so now I need some water extractor. We've made it with thermal, so it's called a at thermal. Should be, no, that's a vacuumulator. That's an igneous extruder. It's an aqua. Oh my god, I don't remember the name. Just give me a second. I need this right here, this aqueous accumulator. Aqueous. No, so I'm going to just make a new one. Perfect. So that's going to give me water, which means I need some buckets because I'm going to need to make another infinite water source. So let's come right here. Oh, that's where I put it. Okay, let's go sleep since we're night. And I think we have pretty much everything to get started. Let's go over there. Okay, so this is making yellorium cake that needs to go into a chemical oxidizer. We're going to make it so that it's item input from the left, from the right. And we're going to say that it's item output from the left with auto eject. So this gets pushed into here, which is going to make our uranium oxide. And then we need a chemical infuser right here. And it's going to get the input. Okay, so uranium oxide. Uranium oxide goes in the orange. So this is the input item config, input number 2, orange right. Orange right. So this needs to eject the gases to the left. And voila. Okay, so now on the other side, we need to start receiving the hydrofluoric acid, which means chemical dissolution chamber. So chemical solution chamber right here. And this needs fluorite that it needs to receive. I'm going to set it up so that it receives from the top, and then the gas is going to eject on the right. But perfect. So that requires hydrofluoric acid, which requires sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is going to be water vapor and sulfur trioxide. Okay, that's where we're going to start needing a lot more holes. So let's just remove that. And we're going to put a chemical infuser. No, not an infuser. So this is made from uranium and hydrofluoric acid, and hydrofluoric acid needs sulfuric acid. So we're doing the sulfuric acid, which need a chemical infuser. Chemical infuser. We're going to put a chemical infuser right here, and we're going to say that it outputs to the back. Great. Gases, nope, output to the back. Okay, which is great. So now the only problem is I've painted myself in a corner. Oh, that is not... I'm going to have to chunk load 2 chunks. Not a problem. Let's just expand this a little bit, and we're just going to chunk load more chunks. I want it to be as tight as possible, but there is such a thing as being too stuck in a corner. Where are my tools? And this is where I spent half an hour searching. Let's grab that. Let's grab that. Let's grab that. Perfect. Let's do this. Let's turn hover mode on. We're on too fast mode, but right now it doesn't super matter. Okay, perfect. So let's turn hover back off and let's put those away. Okay, so we said that for the sulfuric acid, we need water vapor from one side and sulfur trioxide from the other side. So water vapor is water deconcentrated. So now we need a rotary condensator that we're going to put like this, but we're going to put it in decondensating mode. Okay, so now we need some water from this side. So I'm going to put my aqueous accumulator right in this corner, and I'm going to need some more blocks. I feel like I make all of my blocks disappear all the time. So let's just do this and go boom, 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 boom. This and complete that. Okay, now the buckets of water right here and right here. And now we should be able to get a liquid. So pressurized thermodynamic conductor. Where's the liquid one? Mechanical something. Logistical is item. Ultimate mechanical pipe. Perfect. So now we'll be able to go like this. And turn this on. So this is making water, which is making water vapor. And then water vapor needs to output to the right and go in here. Great. So we have water vapor on one side. We're trying to make sulfuric acid. Oh, it's the wrong side. I don't know if it matters though. So you know what? Let's not take any chance. Let's set this one to this input and this one to that input. And let's just break you. Put you back. How do I empty? Okay. 1 second. And it's still going in the wrong spot though. So this is the gases input orange left. Huh? Okay. Orange, and I'm not quite sure why it's going into the wrong one still. So let's just say let's just stop that one for now. Okay, so it's no longer outputting. And let's just go back over here, and I'm just going to grab a tank to empty the water vapor. I don't know if the side matters, but it's one of those things that I don't want to take a chance. I don't want to be in a situation where I learn later. Okay, so those two are done. Centrifuge. Let's just say, can I say 72 more? Yes, perfect. But at least that's going to be working while I'm working on the other side. I have to try and remember to be doing more than one thing at a time. Okay, so if I come here, I should be able to... I should have been able to. Is there not... Give me a second. Is there not a way to... Why can I not empty you, you stupid thing? Okay, so we're going to hope that this can be done from both sides. So now we need the sulfur trioxide from the other side, which is another chemical infuser. So we're going to put another chemical infuser right here. So this one is going to output from the back. So that's for the sulfur trioxide. We need oxygen on one side and sulfur dioxide on the other side. Where's the sulfur dioxide? Did I not? Oh, I forgot. So sulfur dioxide. Chemical oxidizer. Chemical oxidizer right here. And let's put... Oh, it's not that type of sulfur. So it also needs... how do I crush? That's a crusher, right? Oh, wait a moment. I think I have something magical in my bag. I think it's a crusher. And I have a crusher somewhere here. Smelting, purifying, melting. Nope. Infusing, combining, thawing, compressing. Gonna go make another one. This is a kind of thing that's a bit annoying. Okay, so crush. Oh, it's right here because I left it to a basic crushing factory. Okay. That actually makes a little bit of sense though. Let's come back right here. Put that right here, and this should be voila. And now those need to be powered. So now I'm just going to come over here and bring this over so that all of these machines are powered. Okay, so this is making sulfur, which should be ejected to the left. And it needs to be auto eject. Just coming in here. If I set it to insert, great. And then I need to eject the gas to the left, which goes in here. Come on. Sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide on the left. I need oxygen on the right, and oxygen is an electrolytic separation. What am I going to need the hydrogen for? Oh, for something else later. Okay, so I'm going to need, for the sulfur, I'm going to need some oxygen, electrolytic separator. Electrolytic separator right here. And let's bring some water to that machine. And some power. Oh, the sound of that machine is so annoying. And some power. Which the oxygen is on the right side. And now, because they're not touching, I'm going to need a ultimate pressurized tube that I'm going to put right here. And voila. So this is now making sulfur trioxide. And the sulfur trioxide needs to be brought right here. So now let's see. I'm going to... not accepting the gas. Which means there's something that it doesn't like. Okay. I'm going to go back to base so I can sleep. Because I don't want any mobs. And then we're going to make... I think it's the pipette thing that lets you empty something that you don't want. So if I come right here, I need to make a pet. Nope, I don't remember the name. So let's just go at mechanism, and I'm going to find it by the look. Not here, it's not here, not here. So I passed it. So, oh, right here, the gauge dropper. Oh my god, I would never have remembered that name. Okay, so I need that, and I just want to check something. Let's grab a tank. One basic fluid tank. Hey, I'm crafting stuff. So if I come here, it's making the 50. Let me check. This is all done. So this should be set to 50. Sorry, 49, 49, 49. Yeah, that one's good. So we're going to come down here. We're going to cancel this job. We're going to go back here, and then we're going to make ourselves a tank. Start. Okay. I'm going to throw all of these back in, and then I'm going to say Elite, and I'm basically going to start for controller. What am I missing? Buckets. Really? Okay. So iron, we're not going to dick around. We're just going to go boom, boom. No, you're not missing iron buckets anymore. So Elite, I could also have auto crafted, but it doesn't matter. Let's just do that. Start and go. So now let's go back over there. Before I use the gauge dropper on it though, I'm going to just try to see if it was a actual liquid tank. Right here, if I put... No, so gauge dropper, take that out. Okay, perfect. So now, this needs to receive input 1, dark red... You know what? I don't know why it doesn't want to do this. We're going to put it... Oh, these are eject. These are not coming in. And because I never changed them. Okay, so... Is this outputting to the back? Gases, output to the back. This is not taking it. Okay, so this went to the right side. So we got that one working. Whew. Now, you understand why that one doesn't want to work. So that one's empty on one side, though. Is this the... Oh, okay. So this is something you need to never forget. You need to say dump excess hydrogen and dump excess oxygen. Because it had stopped producing oxygen. Now it's going to start making oxygen again. And it's now making sulfur. So this is not a liquid. It's a gas. So, oh, the back is here. So back is being ejected. These two are merging together to make sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is coming in here to make the other thingy, which is coming in here. It's going to have hydrofluoric acid and uranium making hexafluoride, which is the fuel that we need. So now I believe I can put a tank. You know what? I'm going to make a bigger tank because I want this to just always be filling. So I'm going to come right here and I'm going to make 2 ultimate tank. Oh, they're done already. Wow. I'm going to make 2 ultimate chemical tank. And we're going to set that up properly. If I come here, I'm going to grab one of these ultimate pressurized tube from the top. And I'm going to set that so that it outputs the gas from the top. So now it connects and I can use an ultimate chemical tank like so. And set that to receive from every side. Perfect. And let's go. Oh, it's gone. And it's in here. So we have 3,533 uranium except... Where is the hydrofluoric acid coming from? What do you mean? I'm confused. And that's the right gas. I don't know what happened to you. Oh, and well, you're all gone. So I don't know how I got the wrong gas to begin with, but this is the uranium hexafluoride, which is what we need to make the fissile fuel the moment that we get the isotropic centrifuge. Is this... I don't think that this is... creates radiation. So we're now finally making... Nope, we're still not, because we still need the isotropic centrifuge. So let's go back here. And before... We might need to make 2. So let's just come back over here. And let's say... What are these? These are polonium pellet. Polonium is made into a soul. Okay, so no. We need to make an isotropic centrifuge like this. And I guess it should go in an ultimate chemical tank. And is that... So that's going to go in there. And I think that's going to be just the fuel. So I don't know if what I'm going to do is going to work. Let's try being cheeky. So if I put the centrifuge right here. Oh, you're not a centrifuge. If I put the centrifuge right here, this is getting powered. But can I say accept gas from the right? And can this be set to export? Oh, yes. In here. And then we're going to grab you and put you there. And we're going to set this to eject. No. Gases eject to the left. And we've got fissile fuel. Fissile fuel completed. Perfect. So now this is going to be able to power a reactor. So next step we need to do, and oh, this is so awkward. It doesn't show output from either side, but it's working. I don't know how I feel about that. It's a very, very weird looking thing. But now we should be able to make the reactor. I don't want to make a big reactor. I just want to make a small reactor. So let's come over here and let's see. Search for Mekanism Reactor. Okay, so we're going to need some fission reactor casing. Expensive. Okay, I'm going to need some fission reactor port. Control circuit, though that's so expensive. I'm going to make 10 of you. Perfect, start. Okay, so we're going to need some fission reactor port. We're going to need 4. 1, 2. 3, 4. Okay, then we're going to need a reactor fusion. Okay, so make more of these. 20-ish. And then we need some fission. Oh, like this is better. No, it's still not better. That's a reaction port. That's a logic. That's a fission fuel assembly. We're going to need a couple of you. So let's just go back here and say tank. Basic chemical tank. You start. 1, 2. Perfect. What are the other, like, is there not a controller? Control rod assembly, we need one of these. So this goes on top of this, and then fusion reactor controller. But that's not the one that we're making. Is there not a quest line for this? Let me just check here. So we did all of these things. We didn't make a chemical washer. We did this. Big pump, solar neutron reactor. This is for brine, liquid DT, liquid tritium, liquid deuterium. These are all fuels that we have not made. Okay, so polonium pellet require polonium, which require a fission reactor casing, fission reactor port with no. Okay, so apparently I don't need any. So I think that the smallest we can make is a 3 by 3 by 3. Would that be possible? I don't think it makes sense though. Okay. And then this is going to look so foolish. Let's make it 3 by 4. This. And then this on top. Close you off like this. And we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to need some more reactor. This. Reactor. Can I not make reactor glass? What is this one? Reactor glass. Or structural glass. I don't think it's that one. I don't think it's that one either. I don't think it's either, to be honest. So let's just do more of these. And we'll see if this makes the little light show of being closed. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, I'm missing one. So one more set. Okay, so that did not a reactor make. Okay, so I'm going to have to expend it. Oh god. I'm gonna have to go on the internet and check what's the biggest, the smallest I can. Whoa. Nope. Go away, buddy. Let me go sleep. Like I said, I'm going to have to go research this because this is small. Like I thought I could make one so small. The only thing I can think of is that it's higher than. Let me just try something. So I'll put you on fast. And oh, let's go. I'll put you on top of this and then I'll go. Nope. And what if I go? Oh, yeah. Okay. So we can make such a small reactor. Wow. That's kind of ridiculous though. So let's just do, nope. Grab all of this. And let's go over here to set it up. It's such a tiny baby. Let's put it right here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. It's in the center. It looks so ridiculous, to be honest. There's a part of me that loves that we're able to do this, though. That's such a weird bug. Okay, and hey, for one moment, I thought I had lost my casing too. So let's do this. Perfect. So this needs to be for a output coolant input only. Perfect. So this is going to be where we put in water. And it's filling with water. So this is going to be where we input the fuel. This is going to be where we output the waste. And this is going to be where we output the coolant. So the coolant is steam. And if I remember correctly, steam is a gas. So it needs to be like this. And this is going to be also a gas. And now let's go and grab a trash and a nuclear barrel. Nuclear waste. Oh, no, waste barrel. Perfect. Grab those. And then what are the trash that we can make? Can we make a trash for gas? Maybe. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if that's going to work. We're going to try it, but I don't know that it's going to work. Basically, I want to trash the steam because I really don't care about the steam. I'm not trying to make power out of this. Oh, it does connect. Export. And right here, I think we can input from the top. Export. And oh, I forgot a tank. Let's go and grab a small tank. Okay, so I need a small tank right here. And we're going to go back again. So the trick is you can just put the small tank in here, and it's going to fill with fissile fuel like this. And then we can put it right there and say, oh, this is a gas. And this, we're going to say export to the left, which goes in here. And so now we have fissile fuel, water, and we just start it up. And we're producing nuclear waste. And it seems that the steam is being trashed. Ooh, I don't know that it's being trashed. It might not be trashed. Okay, let's just go and grab another ultimate tank ASAP. Just in case. Ultimate. I want one of you. Great. And let's start some more centrifuges. So we're just going to come right here because I don't think it's trashing it. No, it's not trashing it. And let me check. Oh, yes. I can flush it anytime I want. Okay, so that's not a concern as long as I monitor it. That... Okay, 1 second. I've already been told that my sound seems to be low. So, right here, reactor. Okay, that's better. So now we're producing nuclear waste. And if I come right here, I need 1,000 millibucket of nuclear. Oh, no, sorry. 10 millibucket of nuclear waste is going. Oh, God. Okay, I'm going to need a lot of nuclear waste. So this is basically now going to be a long-term project. And how much I'm going to need? I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. So I'm going to need 8 bucket of polonium, so 8,000, and 8,000 is times 10, so I'm going to need 80,000 of nuclear waste. So I'm I'm not producing water fast enough. Okay, so I'm going to resolve that. Just give me a second. Aqueous accumulator, please. Aqueous. I'm always searching in the wrong place. Aqueous accumulator like this. And do I have a bucket? Grab a bucket, and I'm just going to expand the size of this place so I can put more. Go back over here. And cobblestone tile big. Hover mode. Great. Now let's break these. Break like this. Put that right there. And ultimate mechanical pipe. Also extract from here. Go check. Am I doing enough? I'm out of coolant. Scram. I think... Oh, look at the damage. Come on. I want only the water to go in there. How is water... I don't understand. What is going on? Oh. Okay, so now it seems to be cooling. Holy crap. Where's the water? Oh, because it's being burned. Holy crap. This is a mega water consumer. I don't know what the damage does, though, to be honest. Like, I don't know if the damage is not going to be a problem. How do I repair the reactor? Let's just let it cool down. At least it didn't explode. At least it... And we didn't even make enough to make 1 bucket of polonium. So Scram is not super fast. And now water is going back up. Okay, so these aqueous accumulator are crappy crap. Definitely cannot produce enough water unless they can be augmented. So I'm going to have to try and augment those. But this was scary for one moment. So if I do this and this. Oh, and the damage is going to repair itself over time. Okay, so I'm going to go in a time lapse. And I'm going to go work on my centrifuges. And I think I'm not going to have a choice. I think I'm going to have to make a turbine, a rotor turbine on the side. Because at least, so that's usually how you work with this. Is that the water gets transformed into steam. And you have it go through a turbine. And the turbine cools down the water back. And it makes the steam into water, that you re-inject into the reactor. So that's probably going to be the best way of handling that. Not what I wanted. I wanted to just have like a cheeky way to do this on the side, but we're going to have to come back to this later. So I'm going to go in my time lapse. I'm going to be setting my 6 new centrifuge. And basically 6 new centrifuge is exactly what we need to finish processing all of the resources. So on the next episode, we're going to start looking at, we're going to continue with Mekanism. We're going to try and get rid of all of those side hustle thing. We're going to check like liquid deuterium. How do I make the deuterium? I need an electrolytic separator where I separate heavy water with oxygen. No, heavy water gets separated. Can be extracted from, oh yes, the electric pump. Yeah, that's not too hard. Now, the tritium, liquid tritium, is made from deconcentrating lithium. Oh, perfect. So I'm going to have to transform. So that's simple. We should be able to do that, those 2 fuels. And then I'm going to guess that the DT fuel is just going to be like a combination of the 2. Yeah. Tritium and deuterium is going to give me DT fuel, which means that should be fairly easy to do. And then I don't know what I do with the liquid DT fuel. I guess I can use it somewhere for something. I just not figuring it out. And I think it's for one of the reactor. I'm just not sure. Then what else? So we're going to need brine. So brine, we're going to need to set up a thermal evaporation controller. This should all be fairly easy. So other than the mechanism suit, I think we should be able to finish most of Mekanism next episode. Then we're going to get into, I think I want to start extended crafting because I want to start making, I want to start slowly making the setup for these singularities. So all of these are going to need a quantum compressor, and a quantum compressor is going to, not so bad. So we're going to start setting that up. That's where I screwed up. Once I have enough processing for all of my bees, I just need to start compressing them into singularities, or else we're going to be waiting a long time for that. So, like I just said, I'm going to go into my time lapse and I'm going to set up these centrifuges. Elite. I'm going to be setting up these centrifuges and configuring them all properly. And in the next episode, we're going to hopefully finish Mekanism and maybe get started into the singularities. You know what? Give me a second, because this is what we achieved today. I say achieved, but I'm not really proud of my lame reactor. And it's fixing itself. So at some point it's going to have cooldown and it's going to have 0 damage. So Crisis averted, but that was mightily risky and stupid. Guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.
losing my baby, dancing with the lights. Together we could chase the sun tonight.